content strategy at MoreVisibility, and I'm really excited to talk about this month's Ask the Expert question, which is, do you have any suggestions for creating an optimal keyword strategy for SEO? And it's a great question, and I hope you enjoy the next hour-and-a-half long video all about SEO keyword strategy. So no, in all seriousness, we know we don't have an hour and a half, but SEO keyword strategy could take that long or even longer because there's so many things that you could be considering or thinking of when you're trying to create an optimal strategy for your brand or website. I think part of the issue here is it's hard to make a general recommendation about keyword strategy when we're thinking about the fact that every website or every brand is at a very different stage in the evolution of what they are producing online. So some of you may be getting ready to start a new website or launch something that you don't have any keyword knowledge of or historical organic ranking or presence for, and others of you might have been working on the same website for years and years and years, and so there's a lot of historical data there or information about rankings, but you need to kind of know where to start. So to level set, I'm going to say let's look first at any existing data if you have it. And the best place to look at keyword data for SEO or organic rankings for most everybody is usually Google Search Console, unless you have a paid tool that you're subscribing to, in which case use that. So I would look at your Google Search Console data and I would start to get an assessment or an understanding of what are you ranking for, what types of keywords, and how well are you ranking. You might be able to discover from that that there are opportunities to maybe optimize existing content you have better for those keywords versus having to worry about going and creating a new keyword strategy. So that's kind of a fork in the road of the decision tree. If you've got good keywords that you're trying to rank for but you're just not doing as well as you can, look at SEO strategy to improve what you're already, strategically looking at from the keyword perspective. If you don't even know what the keywords are, then you're going to go to the next step, which is to think about keyword research. So the first step in looking at keyword research is going to be, who's your audience? Who are you trying to reach with these keywords? Who could be searching for them? Who should be coming to your website and why? What are you going to offer them? So think about your content strategy and how you would map that content strategy to the different audiences, or sometimes called personas, that you're trying to reach. If you've already got a really well mapped out content strategy, you've got kind of personas built out, who they are, what their interests or motivators are, then that's a great foundation to do keyword research from and to start selecting keywords as a result of. But if you don't already have that content strategy created, stop, start there, and then move to keyword research. So assuming that you've got a great website, you know a lot about historical data, and you've got a great content strategy, and you know where you want to go next, now you can actually dive into your organic keyword research. And so there are a variety of tools you might want to use. Some are paid, some are free, including the free Google keyword tool, which is available through AdWords, whether you're running ads or not, by the way. So you can just go ahead and log into your AdWords account, even if you're not spending on ads right now, and you can use that free keyword tool to get some insights about data for keywords that might be relevant for your website. So what you really want to look at is any data that you can collect relative to potential search volume, so how popular are the words, and competitiveness level. And you also want to look beyond data at, from a competitive perspective, who's even going after and targeting those words or ranking for them. So I think either using a tool that will allow you to do some competitive ranking intelligence, or good old-fashioned manual search engine queries on your own to kind of collect some data and understand where your competitors are stacking up and what their keyword strategy is comprised of. Once you collect all of that data, you really want to now look at everything through a lens of relevance. Not just going after the most popular keywords, for example, but thinking about what's the most relevant to the content you either have or that you want to have based on your content strategy and those personas. And so if you have limited resources, you might start with the keyword list that you know is relevant to you, mapping those keywords to content that already exists on your website, and just trying to do a better job to target that content for those keywords. If you have more resources, especially content production type resources, then you can start thinking about writing new content to help support keywords that are really important for you. For all of this content, whether it's existing or new, there's really going to be two types you might think of. There's going to be the core content that lives on your website, and your core keywords that are most important to your services or products should be targeted to those core pages. And then there's going to be all the other secondary content that you create, whether it's articles, blog posts, maybe videos like this one. And so you want to map those keywords to these different core or secondary pieces of content, and then you want to start to actually target the content for those keywords. So you go from a spreadsheet of a plan to actual implementation or execution. And we're going to include in this video's textual description some great resources and information to help teach you how to better target the keywords, like what actually to do step by step if you want to optimize that content yourself. So hopefully these are some great suggestions to get you on your way for your keyword strategy for SEO. Again, Christy Nazzaro, Vice President Brand Strategy here at MoreVisibility. And if you do have a question that you want to ask any of our experts, please submit it to info@morevisibility.com and we'll be happy to help you out. Thank you.